working out hard every day to be the best I can. I shifted to the right, shifted to the left, hunker down low and reach high to the sky. Got my rhythm down pat, so they say. I'm looking like a winner in every way. So when I hear somebody say, what a horse, I know they're talking about me, of course. And I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Yeah, I'm a prime example of a Tennessee walker, a high-stepping, fast-walking Tennessee talker. I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of What a Horse. Got my good buddy Jerry with me, headed to Mississippi or Louisiana?
Both.
Round trip, huh?
Round trip. Mm-hmm.
Bye. Better do your job, and we'll get started.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, it's your friend Abby at Jim Armstrong Subaru. Just wanted you to know KBB voted Subaru Best Overall and Most Trusted Brand once again. ACSI also named Subaru #1 in vehicle safety, and J.D. Power also named Subaru #1 in brand loyalty. Last but not least, they're #1 in my book too. So come see me and your other friends at Jim Armstrong Subaru and see what being #1 is all about.
Two-time world champion and world grand champion Joe Hall is now standing at stud during the 2023 breeding season at Precious Memory Farm for $750. Contact Daniel Miller, 931-703-5830, or Shane Porterfield, 615-809-4257. Joe Hall is now standing at stud at Precious Memory Farm.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Perfection Leather, a division of the Winter Circle. Our high-quality products are handcrafted at our manufacturing facility in Shelbyville, Tennessee, using the very finest Wicked & Craig bridle and harness leather. All hides are thoroughly inspected to ensure consistent thickness and a smooth finish. They are also examined for any imperfections that would reduce the quality of our products. After inspection of the hides, each piece is hand-cut or die-cut to the product's precise specifications. Each component is then assembled by an experienced craftsman. The assembled product is then stitched by an experienced operator using state-of-the-art lock-stitch machinery. The stitched product is then finished and hand-polished to their completion. After completion, each product is carefully inspected for quality assurance. All of Perfection Leather products are available at the Winter Circle Horse Supply.
The Tennessee Walking Horse is rapidly becoming the horse of choice when selecting a great ride for the family. If you're looking for a smooth, easy ride on the trail that will take you through hills and streams, or an obstacle course competition, the versatility of the Tennessee Walking Horse will stand out by showing its willingness to learn and its smooth, easy, steady gait through the course. If it's a competitive show horse you're looking for, the Tennessee Walking Horse is the perfect family horse by young and old. Whether it's flat shot or padded performance classes for an amateur adult or youth, a walking horse is the horse of choice. The Tennessee Walking Horse is perfect for every equestrian division. Also remember one simple truth.
If you ride one today,
you'll own one tomorrow. That's a fact.
All right. Well, we got a lot to talk about today, but before we do, I'm going to be showing, I want to show some video. We got a horse that we're working on getting ready to go to the maiden. And I think she's doing great. She's a Sara. She's by arms deal for real. But she's got everything it takes.
That feeling coming on pretty good there.
Well, I know you told me that she's better, that's right here was her calling.
Yeah.
She looks good out there to me. She's a big mare too. She's not small. She's gonna be, by the time she quits growing, she's 2-year-old now, never been in the ring, but she's going.
Yeah.
Eventually. And then we got, and this is what I like this weekend, if the weather, and I'm hoping the weather holds out. I'd hate to do everything that we've been doing and get down there and not be able to have a horse show, but that's the way it is, because when it rains, Lynchburg it gets there quick. And they're calling for rain, but they're not calling for none for Saturday, so we're gonna have to keep a close eye. I'm hoping we can get it in so we can raise the money for the youth, but especially for this first time to show. And right here is one that's going to be there. First time in the show ring. And Colt done said, I asked him, I said, are you ready? He said, I'm ready. I said, you ain't gonna be looking at the girls in the stand. No, I'm gonna be looking between the eyes. And I said, the eyes? He said, no, the ears. I said, all right, that's what we want. But now he's gonna be doing that first time the show. And right here's one that for the first time. Tell us about this lady.
This lady moved in here, is Julie. She moved in here from California and never rode a padded horse a day in her life. She always had quarter horses, run barrels and stuff like that. And at first she was a little shaky about the walking horse business, and I explained it to her, and she seen first hand sight on them and stuff like that, and she really liked it. And that's the first time she ever rode a performance horse ever.
Well, she had a smile from ear to ear really the other day when I talked to her, so she was pretty good.
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk about inspections, because last weekend we had a situation with the inspection where some people were not satisfied or happy with the way it went. But a lot of it has to do with the way that the government inspects our horse and the standard that they put on it, to where when we cannot see a scar, then something's wrong. But it also has to do with the way that they palpate.
Yes.
And I know when we got the video law passed, it didn't take long before we caught what they were doing. And you can't see it here unless you get up real close. But every time she sticks her finger down in that pocket, that horse is going to move. It's just like right here. Now, Dr. Mullins, of course, he's talking over this video, but he shows them how you are supposed to palpate the horse. And then what happens when you reach down into the pocket and hit those nerves, and that's the problem. It's my belief that VMOs, they see that makes them move, so they use it. But if, and I'm saying if, because I have emailed Dr. Reimer and asked him how many VMOs were equine veterinarians. And he has yet to answer me. But Dr. Mullins is showing right there how to make them move. And to me, and I've seen them do it, I'm sure you've seen them do it. And for what I was told, the lady that the problem was with, the video showed what they did. Now that's what I was told. Now whether that's true or not, only the VMO and the lady and her husband know. But in my opinion, now this is me, Jerry.
Yeah.
They swab these horses. They blood test them. They let them walk the cones. If they can do that, I don't see any sense in palpating, because the scar rule is a joke.
Yes.
These horses are not scarred. Out of the 29 that were biopsied back in 2016, all of them showed negative.
Yeah.
And to me, if it shows negative, that shows that they disqualified 29 horses that, in all honesty, shouldn't have been disqualified. Just because they can reach in that pocket and make a horse move doesn't mean that that horse is sore.
It's not a horse that's living. Any breed of horse that you can't pick his feet up and you press hard enough and get them nerves, you're going to make him move. I don't care what kind of breed of horse he is or whatever, because all horses got the same nerves and everything else is in the same position.
That's it.
And you can make, if you really wants to make a horse move or have a reaction to something, you can push on him and hard enough to make him move.
Well, that's what she's doing there, and you can see her. She reaches down and goes into that pocket, and that horse is going to move. And she does it over and over and over again. Now, they have been told this, but my problem is this. Why won't they come out and answer a simple email asking how many equine veterinarians are used to inspect our horses?
Yeah.
Now, you know how I am. I don't want one to go to the show unless I let the doctor, I want him to inspect him. I know he's equine. I know if my horse is out, he's going to tell me. What I don't want is to take him and them do things to make that horse move just to turn him down. And I hate to say it, but I think some of their VMOs are doing just that. Now, that's my belief. I do know this. If they've charged this lady, and I believe with the destruction of property or something, I don't believe that right there is going to be heard in one of these courts that the USDA uses against our trainers. I believe that's going to have to go to a real court of law, to where that video can be subpoenaed to look at. And as long as that video has not been doctored, then it's going to show the way it was inspected. Now, if it was a legal inspection, well and fine. However, if that video has been edited and those time codes that are embedded into that video shows that some of it has been left out, then they would be, I would have a problem with that. So what I'm saying, I hope that they look at the video, and if the horse was out, he's out.
He's out. You're exactly
if he
right.
moved, he moved.
If he moved, he moved. It ain't no one way or the other. If he moved, he moved. And if a horse moves, he's moved. But now, you can tell when somebody's trying to make something move, than it is when a horse just moves on his own because he got some kind of reaction from some kind of soreness or some kind of something that's on his feet or whatever. But one person check a DQP that's certified or whatever, check a horse's feet, and he passed that horse or whatever, and then he goes somewhere else and check him, and he's moved. Well, one person ain't pushing hard enough, or the other person pushing too hard.
Something's wrong.
And what I'm saying is that, to me, the DQPs, they gonna push exactly, because they check more horses than any VMO that's out there. Because every horse that goes in that ring, he checks. They don't pick and choose the horses that they want to check. They check every horse that goes in that ring.
They have to check every horse.
They have to check every horse in that ring. They don't pick and choose what they want to check.
Well, the government, when they come, they pick and they target.
Yeah.
And we know they target. It's pretty obvious that they target.
And I ain't gonna say all of the VMOs do that, but you got certain ones that they inconsistent. Sometimes they can go to some shows and they be just as they'll check like the normal, and then some of them, if they got something on their mind, I mean, they gonna do it.
Well, when a DQP tells me that he checked that horse and he mashed, and it's kind of like Dr. Mullins showed in the video. He'd take that thumb and do this with the soft part, and that horse wouldn't move, but he reached down there and hit that nerve, and the horse moves. There's a reason for that. And if I don't know why that, to me, that a lot of the BMOs, when they come, in their mind, they predetermined on these horses being abused. And some of them may be, but I guarantee you every one of them's not. I mean, that's just the way it is. They're not. So you cannot assume that someone is abusive to a horse. You got to show it. The swab will show if there's any foreign substance on him. Walking the cones, if you can't tell something's wrong with a horse, him walking the cones, then you're not an equine vet. You're not even a good DQP. And that's my feeling. I'm not a DQP and I'm not a vet. But I can tell when a horse is walking if something's wrong with him or not. It's just like the other day when I was watching Sir, I told you, I said, something's wrong. We checked him, carried him to the vet, and the vet said, yes, thing on the hind leg. We was watching Dale's Dancing Lady, and I said, something's wrong with her eyes. What was it? Teardrops.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain things you know about horses and certain things you don't. And some of the VMOs, I'll have to be honest, I don't think they have the first idea of what a horse is. Some of them are even afraid of a horse. And it's pretty obvious. I remember the big guy that was out there that time, that he kept, I mean, you could tell he was shaking when he put his hands on the horse. Horses sense this.
Oh,
they know if you know what you're doing.
Somebody's nervous or whatever. When you even get on that horse's back, and he can tell that you're nervous, that horse will get nervous and get upset.
He will.
But if you relax, that horse will relax. And I just don't believe, and I may be wrong, and you're going to have people that try to do things, but I just don't believe that somebody know that the VMOs and the DQPs at the horse show are going to try to do something to get themselves in trouble.
That's it.
It's hard for me to believe that.
It's like, I don't believe a trainer's going to take a horse up there if he knows something wrong with the horse.
And that's on his livelihood.
He's risking his livelihood.
That's right.
But sometimes you will have people that will do that, and I know that.
And yeah, you're going to have people try to do anything, try to sneak in there. That's just like you going to the airport and you try to sneak in a gun, you know, but 9 out of 10. But that's just a person that's really silly to do something like that.
Well, I can tell the USDA this. If a horse has been abused to make him perform, I want you to disqualify him.
Yes.
But there's a right way and there's a wrong way. And I think it's about time that the USDA started doing it the right way and don't come in here already assuming that every horse they touch is something wrong with them, because that's just not true. And I'm going to end it with that, and we're going to go watch some victory passes.
That'll work.
These horses did pass inspection both ways. Right there. You like him.
Oh, yeah, I like that horse right there now. That horse.
He's one of the top ones out there when it comes to show pleasure.
Yep.
I like the fact that this horse showed twice at the trainer's show, which that right there alone shows all these horses are not abused. If that horse was abused, there ain't no way he's going to show twice. He might slip in once and slip out, but he ain't going to show twice.
Yeah.
And make it in and out. Ain't going to happen. Right here's Honor's Image and Tanner Burks for Shane Porterfield. Now this is your show pleasure 5 and under.
Yes.
That horse got a good thick.
That's a nice horse.
Yeah.
Tanner does a good job with them horses.
Well, he's a trainer's family.
Yes.
His daddy's a blacksmith and a trainer. He can do both. I think these boys chose riding over shoeing.
Yes.
I can't say that I blame them. Right here's Kid Can Do.
This is another nice horse right here.
Real nice. Robert does a good job of showing that horse too.
I see they got that horse in a different division now this year.
Oh yeah.
Show pleasure.
Well, to be honest, I think they're showing him in 2 different divisions. Amateur novice winner, Jen Shatta and Baron Witherspoon. I tell you what, he has made 2 great shows in a row.
He have. Baron is doing real good. That horse is a good match right there for Baron right there.
I enjoy talking to Baron. He's in Florida right now.
Yep. Baron is a very, very highly intelligent man.
Right there, slim and hot, Robert Dortz, amateur 3-year-old stallion winner.
Oh, Robert, he loves to show them horses now.
Hey.
They got some good ones. Him and Bob Adcock and all them, they got some.
Hey, you got some good people.
Yeah.
Real good people. Get out there and get it done. A good one. I like this horse.
Yeah.
He's chilling out there. He's about cold chills. Oh, Jake Jacobs is the one's going to be doing our ring for us. I tell you what, he is. He's a blessing to this industry.
Oh yeah, Jacobs
all the
is a
help
nice
he
guy.
gives.
Real nice guy.
Right there, Twisted with Honors, and Allison Armstrong and Tyler Balcom took the Pro-Am. She's won 2 Pro-Ams in a row.
Yep.
Twisted with Honors. Right there, a Gen 2 win. I'm gonna tell you, I was very, very impressed.
Oh yeah.
That horse came back, it's been out breeding, and come back and make a show like that. That horse is just,
Yeah. For the Glory have done a real good job with that horse right there.
They do.
Real good.
Amateur stallions. I tell you what, Kendra, now she's a big asset too. She knows how to ride. She knows how to ride.
But you know these boys, these trainers train these horses during the week and get them ready for the riders on the weekend. Tell you,
Hey, it's not an easy thing to do. Yeah, it's not.
You know.
Voyager, Paul Simmons, Paul and Tiffany Simmons,
Yeah.
amateur 4-year-old stallions.
Oh, Paul, he's known like to ride these horses and all about it. Come back in here and this business real big and bought him a farm and got a bunch of brood mares, good show horses, you know.
Tell you what, that right there is a nice horse.
That's a nice horse.
Mayor Bill and Dan Waddell. That's one that Kim Lewis is really high on.
Yes.
George and Kim Lewis on this horse. Park Performance. Tell you what, he keeps going. I'm surprised I don't see Kim on him in the amateur Park Performance class.
I'm gonna say you never know, you might will.
But she can ride, that's one thing
Oh yeah,
for
she
sure.
can do that.
This is a good one. Right there, it's the medalist in Eli Cunningham, Wilson in Cunningham. Little man can ride,
Oh yeah.
buddy.
That's a nice horse.
Well, James sent me a picture yesterday of his Justified Honors little stud coat. Beautiful, flat, beautiful. But he said that was Eli's, and Eli says it wasn't for sale. Funny how these grandkids get a hold of their grandfathers and buddies.
Oh, yeah.
They take them. Right here, youth 11 and under, fan favorite, Cole Haan. I felt a little sorry for Allie Joe. It's like James said they kept her horse in timeout forever and a day where she couldn't hardly get ready to go in the ring.
That's what it's all about, these kids now, I tell you.
That's it. I love to have shows that raise money for the youth.
Yes.
And the charity shows. They're badly needed. But you know, I seen a picture of Allie Joe this morning. I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that a horse wasn't in the picture.
That's right. I think they went to Florida last weekend.
Yeah. Here's Jen's Black Jen Scout. Megan Hammond.
That's another nice horse.
Hey.
Megan got from one good one and borrow another good one.
That's it. They call that relocking and loading.
Yes.
And Megan, she can ride it. Just give her the horse. She'll do the riding for you. El Hombre in Black and Jimmy McConnell. That's one that they knew.
Oh, yeah.
They knew was getting ready.
Real nice horse.
Yeah, he is. But Jimmy said he was a work in progress, that he was going to get better. That pretty much telling it like it is.
You know that horse stepping pretty good because that rail there, if anybody ever been in that arena,
that's fact.
That knee is up there
And
close to
we're
that top
up
rail.
high.
Yeah, that's right.
But now that's a big horse now.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a good sized horse. Allie Joe Equitation. I've seen pictures of her, especially when you see her on a horse that's coming straight at you. She's looking right between them ears.
Yeah. You know, as again, she started off in that lead line class, and that kind of helped her see and everything. I mean, it helps.
Lead line, these kids, especially in instructors, people teaching them the proper way to ride.
Yeah.
And now, Lee Stewart, I mean, you ain't going to beat Lee as far as that. Now, we've had some great instructors in this industry.
But
and Lee's just one of them.
That lead line give them the fundamentals of sitting up and the posture straight on a horse.
Yes. Right there, Twisted with Honors. Now, that was his second show.
Yes.
So, again, that proves a point. To me, it proves a major point. That people keep talking about these horses. If they're abused, they're not going to be showing twice at no show. Allison does a great job of showing.
Yes.
And she enjoys it too, big time.
She does.
Right there's Koufax. I tell you what, I can sit here and talk about that horse. Fact is, all you got to do is watch him.
Oh yeah.
And you just see that he is definitely got a good future in this industry.
Yeah, he got a good future.
And I know the owners, they think a lot of him.
Kind of remind me of a young JFK or something like
He
that.
does now. He does. I hate to compare him with the older legends.
Yeah.
But when you see these horses and the way they're going, and the way they use their back end,
yeah.
I mean, he's got his timing down. Pretty hard to beat right there, bud. Georgia, Florida line showed twice. I keep pointing that out because people talk about the abuse in this industry and they want to say that, well, they do this and they do that. You're not going to have a horse that can perform 2 nights in a row or 2 nights out of 3 or 2 or 3 times. Like sometimes when we get to going during the celebration, some of these horses show 3 or 4 times in a 10-day period.
Yes. I promise you, if they had enough classes for that horse to show in, he'd be able to show every night.
Yeah.
I mean, that horse there is consistent, walks and shakes.
Well, they can talk all they want to. The fact is, they're not abused, and that's it. This horse right here, hey, piece of work, buddy.
Yes, he is.
Mr. True Blue and R.M. Kellett for the Jacobs family. That's a good team right there.
Yes, it is. A very good team.
But now, they don't want you telling R.M. how good he is. Don't want to go into his head.
but you know, I don't believe R.M. got the mentality of a young man that's, you know, he's the same way all the time you see him. He's a good guy.
Every time I've seen him or talked to him or been around him, he looked like he's a very humble person.
Yeah, he is. He's
just
very
appreciative of what he's got, but he is a good trainer, no doubt about it. You can take us to a commercial.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Good job. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, I have a big passion for the Tennessee walking horse, but I also have another passion, and that's for communication systems and saving my customers money. And we've done automobile dealerships, shoe stores, law offices, dentist offices, even the Breeders Association. I have installed systems from California to New York to Florida. And now, for a limited time, I am giving 3 months free service to everybody that signs up for Host My Calls. And there will be no installation charge. Call me today, 931-581-4411, and see if I can save you money on your communications.
What does Habitat for Humanity build?
Hope, opportunity, joy and togetherness, growth and transformation, strength and stability, community, home.
Hey everybody, I'm Garth Brooks.
And I'm Trisha Yearwood.
And nothing illustrates the beauty of what we can build together like Habitat for Humanity. A safe, decent, affordable place to call home is a canvas full of possibility.
In our work with Habitat, we've seen what's possible. Financial stability, peace of mind, room to grow and play, better health, brighter futures.
In your community and around the world right now, neighbors are helping neighbors build masterpieces of their own.
Visit Habitat.org to learn more and get involved today.
You know, my friends think I know everything there is to know about the walking horse industry, and I do know a lot, but not everything. I do know one thing, though. My father told me I could find out anything I needed to know about this industry by going to walkinghorsereport.com, and you know what? He was right. Everything from single night shows to multi-night shows, sibling and progeny searches, Ryder Cup standings, stallion reports. They even have a calendar of shows for the entire year and all the current news. It's all right there at the tip of my fingers when I go to walkinghorsereport.com. You know, they could do it themselves, but I don't think I'm going to tell them. Let's just keep them wondering how I know so much.
All right, welcome back. We're going to go back and watch some video from the trainer show. Some classes that I thought were interesting. Had several horses in it, some good horses. And that's, you don't always see everything from a camera's view, but when you have a lot of horses in a class, it just makes it a little bit better.
It is. It does do that.
Let's watch the video. It's a Riders Cup 3-year-old mare and gelding class. This was a good class.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good horses in it. But it's mare and gelding all the way.
They have some pretty nice horses in their class. Real nice.
I thought so. I thought they did right well.
Yeah.
They but now this is a Riders Cup mare and gelding. And I had a lady that was talking to me. She said, "Why do they put the mare and geldings in there together and leave the studs out?" I said, "Because they have them 3-year-old stallion classes.
Yes.
Or that's your future."
Yeah. But you know, Jerry, to me, and I might be wrong, but give me a good mare. Because I can take that mare and breed to whoever wants to breed it to.
That's right.
You got to find somebody to breed that stallion, but that mare, I can breed it to whoever I want to. And that's why all these horses right here had a good mother.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing that a good friend of mine, he's gone now, but he always told me, he said, the mare, you got to have a good mare.
Yes.
And I'm fortunate. I've got some good mares.
Yes.
But there's a lot of people, I like the arm deal for real mares because they're smart.
Yeah.
And most of them that have a good back end. You may find one every now and then that doesn't use their back end that well. But the ones that I've got 2, well, 3 counting the filly, that they use their back end and they move well. Other people, you'll find them, they want out on parole mares. Ted Williams mares, they're good mares.
Yeah.
But Jose mares, everybody's got their pick. But if you got a good mare and a good bloodline on the stud side, you pretty much, you can.
Oh yeah.
You can filter through that and say what you want to, but when it all boils down to the end, if you got a good mare, you can have a good foal, and that, to me, that's all that matters. All right, we also got, and this is one that I really like. A lot of people don't, and I know everybody said, well, flat shod, it's time to go to the concession stand. I don't.
No.
Because I watch them. I like to watch the way that the flat shod move. If they're good, they're good. And here is a youth class that is packed full of good ones. And I mean good ones. Now this is all-day pleasure. But watch the smoothness of these horses and the ones out there. Now right there was your eventual winner. But it's going to be hard to beat Smokey, and I don't care what you're doing.
You know, the thing about this class right here is, if you don't have an open mind, you'll think that it's time to go to the concession stand. But I tell you, if you ever have a person that competing in one of these classes and you watch, you'll get just the hooping and hollering just like if you had pads on.
You got it.
I done the same thing, you know, been in this horse business all my life, and I never did really took the time and watch this class until my son showed in it with Shelly Mahaffey, and put him in that class, and I caught myself howling just as much as it was, but he had pads on going around. And I mean, that made me start watching them and start liking it a lot.
Well, if you watch them, and you watch the, and I'm talking about English and Western, that's the only thing that I don't agree with I do not agree with putting English and Western in the same class.
Oh yeah, I don't either.
I just, they're two different things and need to be judged on two different levels.
Yeah.
But I love a good flat shod horse.
Yes.
And if you look back, people that's in this industry, a lot of them got started on the flat shod.
Yes.
And now you've got some that showed performance for years that are now showing flat shod,
yes.
very successful. Pam Betts,
Yep.
401k. Hey, but now these boys right here, that's Smoking Joe. He's just a good, and he's in there with a bunch of good ones, a bunch of good ones.
And I'll tell you one thing too. These trainers that train these flat shod horses have a lot of patience.
They have to.
They have a lot of patience, and I'll tell you, and they train these horses. I watch every one of these horses out there in that warm-up area, and they getting on, and all of them stand still until they get adjusted, and then they walk off.
Yep.
I learned a lot sitting there when I was across next door from Lori Toon over there, and watched her horses, how she was getting on them, and never had to have 2 or 3 people holding them down to get up on them and everything else. And I sat there and watched her, and I seen some of the stuff she was doing, and I tried on my horse, and I tell you, it works.
I tell you what, Lori Toon's a good one to fashion after too.
She is. I mean, she's
good.
Lori, Hannah,
with what she does.
Joe Lester, all them guys, all them people that train these horses now. I mean, they train them.
Well, it takes time. There's a lot of saddle time.
Yes.
They don't look at it like that. But when you're really training one and working with them, you're gonna see that some horses are smarter than others. To me, and this comes from coaching for so many years, I always said that kids have a light bulb that they turn on.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like horses. You be out there working with horses, and all of a sudden it all comes together. Mike Sims told me one time, he said he had a horse, could not win if a one horse class, they couldn't even win that. But he said they changed the shoeing, the way the horse was shod, and then all of a sudden you could not beat it.
Yes.
And that's true with a lot of horses, a lot of them. Mayor Bill, now on a full set of pads, he's a good horse. But drop him down to park performance, he became a great horse. And every horse is different. That's what I don't think. I don't think our trainers get the benefit of the doubt because of past history. Our breeding has really gone to a very high level to where it's not just let's breed everything in the pasture. It's selective breeding has produced a talented horse. And we've got trainers, grant you, we've got some trainers that are better than other trainers, but we've also got a situation where one trainer will fit a horse better than another trainer. And I just wish the BMOs and the public would realize that we have a talented horse.
Oh yes.
Our horse does not have to be abused to be a great performer. That's just it in a nutshell. You look at these horses here. It's kind of like you said about a filly. You said she's too square gated for performance.
Yes.
But she's perfect for flat shot.
Yes. But that's the way it is. Just looking at the horse and training the horse. And just like I say, every trainer can't get along with every horse.
No.
And I mean, but in this business, I tell a lot of people, you got trainers and then you got maintainers. There's a big difference.
A big difference. A big difference in maintaining a horse and actually training a horse and getting that horse to do the gaits that you want him to. And horses, if you work with them long enough, they'll tell you what they need to do and where they need to be. But there is nothing like riding a flat shod horse.
Oh, no, it's not.
Now you can, I love riding a performance horse, but now a good flat shod horse, you take him out there and you ride him all day long and you get off. And it's kind of like George Foreman said, if he'd been riding a Tennessee walking horse when he fought Muhammad Ali, he'd have beat Muhammad Ali. He wouldn't have been all jerked up from riding another, I won't say what other one, but he was riding another breed. I'm going to do it this time. I think we're going to take a short pause for our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
You getting a little better. You getting better.
I'm getting better.
You getting better. You getting better.
Let's take a break.
Can't believe you're doing this alone. I've done it before. I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up? Hand me that board. Nothing wrong with getting help. I'm good. I did it when Felicia left. I'll figure it out. I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying. If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence? Now you need my help. It can be a real pain sometimes, you know? Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
The Mona Dean family is proud to announce that the multi-time world champion and world grand champion Minor Ordeal is now available for breeding at Sugar Creek Breeding Facility for the 2023 spring breeding season. Minor Ordeal has proven year after year that he is one of the elite champions of all time, winning 5 World Grand Championships, 1 World Grand Championship, and the Reserve World Grand Championship as well.
Minor Ordeal, a major win here in the 2-year-old division, our World Grand Champion.
Make the call to breed to a true champion. Minor Ordeal, 931-680-0897.
Six-time world champion in amateur and open competition, 4 times amateur world grand champion, and 2019 world grand champion. Standing at stud for Joanne Dowell at Fantasy Farms in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. Call 931-389-6983 for breeding information.
An estimated 11 million Americans have heart valve disease, but most of us know little to nothing about it. People can be born with valve problems, or they can develop from cardiovascular disease, infections, certain cancer treatments, and age, with older adults at the highest risk. If diagnosed early, it can usually be successfully treated, no matter what your age. Valve disease can cause a number of symptoms, including lightheadedness, irregular heartbeat, shortness of breath, tiredness, swelling of the ankles and feet, and not feeling like yourself in general. But is often only detected when your heart is listened to by a healthcare professional. So listen to your heart. See your healthcare professional. Discuss your risk factors and any potential symptoms. And go to valvediseaseday.org to learn more.
More of What a Horse coming up.
All righty. All right, we got a couple of victory passes that I want to show from the Smokies that they ended up having a good show. They had the battle, but the quality. Now they had some great quality up there. I've seen some of the video from Bob Roach that he had out there, and of course John Silver was up there videoing. But all in all, walking in the Smokies, they ended up having a decent show. Here's your Pro-Am specialty class. Now this was one that me and Pocahontas Allison Armstrong, Tyler Balcom won. They have not been beat in the Pro-Am class.
That's a nice horse.
Hey, me and Pocahontas. Now there's what you was talking about a while ago. That horse gets through showing. They may end up doing a whole lot of embryos on that mare because she has got it together.
Oh yeah.
100%. No doubt about it. I mean, she can flat walk and get it done. That's a good class.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't but 2 horses in it, but they were quality horses. Jimbo done a good job up there building this ring.
Oh yeah, he done a real good job.
Built.
Yes.
I mean, that's a nice place to show horses.
Yes.
There she is, me and Pocahontas, Allison Armstrong and Tyler Balcom, undefeated. They just keep on winning.
Oh yeah.
Keep on getting it done. John Silver sent us a video of that too, and we got it out there. Right here's your amateur stallions. There he is. Baron Witherspoon.
Baron is really excited about this horse.
He ought to be. He ought to be.
On the east side. Class 25. Sponsored by Diddy Russell and Carol Whistledine.
There you go. Jen Shadow. Baron Witherspoon.
Baron's another person, a big sponsor of the kids and the kid class and stuff like that. He loves that and stuff like that.
I called him about sponsoring the class for the youth show that we're having, and he jumped right on board. Matter of fact, if we form a 501c3, he said he would sit on the board.
Yeah,
but we need more stuff for kids. That's one thing we need.
He got one of these horses he donated to show in that class.
Oh yeah. And here's your state class. Looking good.
Yep.
I tell you what, these wasn't your top horses in the industry, but these good horses. One of them, matter of fact, is more amateur, but they were getting in.
Oh yeah. Jimmy Baumgartner, that horse looked real good right there.
I tell you what, they had some good horses in the class. I just wish that we could have some shows like we used to without the interference, because it has bothered me for a long time, in all honesty, that some of the things that are done, because I know how some people are.
Yeah.
And we had a situation at a country boy show.
Yeah.
And that wasn't very good. So it just, I don't know. I worry about our future. I worry about the safety of everybody. Nice horse right there. Doing some walking. Pretty good too. Jeff's doing a good job.
Jeff's doing a good job. Yeah, he got a good horse.
If you notice the difference in our canters now,
yeah,
a lot of horses don't, they canter, but they don't canter like they used to. I remember Donald Pascal now, when they put canter on a horse, you had the rocking chair canter, buddy.
Well, that's the same thing that comment I made earlier. You got trainers and you got maintainers.
That's it.
A trainer knows how to train a horse. And you can always tell an older trainer teach a horse how to canter these days because the horse canter like he's supposed to.
Right.
Have a rocking chair canter.
No, I remember that I mean, it just good. We're fixing to show a video that I kind of favor because I call them the legends, but I wanted to know what my stud coat was worth, so I called and got a couple of guys to come over. Right there they are, but they're walking with you. I ain't gonna put you as a legend yet. You ain't old enough. You got to get older before you can be a legend. But now those two right there, when it comes to coats, Dr. Richards and Bobby Jones.
Yes, they are.
You want an opinion?
They'll give it to you.
And he was straight up about it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you need to do this, he said, but he liked the coat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He did like the coat, and Dr. Richards did too. But they liked a couple more out there.
Mm-hmm.
So they got a good eye. I'm hoping that the rain and the good Lord blesses us.
Yes.
And we have a great youth show this weekend. If it rains real good, which we don't know yet what's going to happen, we won't know, but we'll have to pick another date to have the show. And that I don't want to do. I was wanting to have it and get everything out of the way because the funds that we raise at this show are going to go for equine competition, for youth.
Yes.
Youth classes, but something I really want, and I want it bad, is I'd love to see extreme cowboy competition with our youth. I truly would. We've got the horse for it, and we've got the kids for it, and we've got some kids that can flat ride.
Yes.
And it's something that I think for the walking horse would be a good future events for them.
Yes, you're right.
Plus the fact that they're time competitions, so it's not like going to a show. You have to pay attention. But you're gonna go get your mother and bring her to Tennessee, and she's gonna bring some good cooking with her.
Yes, she is. Yes.
Boy, he's a greedy guy. he likes it. Red beans and rice.
That's right.
I bet she taught you.
She taught me. She taught me everything.
All right, Jerry, good luck on your trip. We'll see everybody next week with another episode of What a Horse.
See y'all later.
Working out hard every day to be the best I can. I shifted to the right, shifted to the left, hunker down low and reach high to the sky. Got my rhythm down pat, so they say. I'm looking like a winner in every way. So when I hear somebody say, what a horse, I know they're talking about me, of course. And I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Yeah, I'm a prime example of a Tennessee walker, a high-stepping, fast-walking Tennessee talker. I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Please start talking.